Hello.
What's up?
Hello. How's it going?
What is going on today, y'all? Welcome to this week's episode of Everyday People, Everyday Conversations. I am one of your co-hosts, Tiffany D. Collins.
And I'm your girl, Tiffany Tifco Joseph, and I'm dropping nuggets tonight.
I'm your girl, Anika Roseboro, better known as JONERICA.
All right.
Hey, what up, peeps? I'm your man, holding it down for all the men and all the bros out there.
Yes, indeed.
So please stay tuned until the end of the show and make sure you chime into our main topic, which is going to be surviving divorce.
And our page is Everyday People, Everyday Conversation on Facebook, and that's with a S. Please follow us there. Also, you can go to Instagram and follow us on Epic Podcast. You can find information in there and go ahead and tell us other stuff.
And go on YouTube and look for Epic Talk Show. That's EPEC Talk Show. Also, you can Google us, hashtag Epic Talk Show to see previous shows.
Yes.
All
indeed.
right.
Okay, guys. We have a special guest here tonight. We have none other than JONERICA Whiting.
Welcome.
And she's our guest tonight. And we got a really touchy subject. We're going to drop a lot of gems, a lot of jewel. We're going to go down a journey to help those who are divorced or thinking about divorce, how to survive divorce. So we want you guys to delve in. We want you to listen to the interview and also listen to us later. At the end of this show, we might give away a gift. How about a beautiful epic mug?
Woo.
So when we're doing our show, you can sip tea while we pour tea.
That's right.
How about that? So let me introduce JONERICA. She is a 32-year-old serial entrepreneur. She's a mother of three. She's an HR recruiter, and to name a few. But once you're an entrepreneur, you're always an entrepreneur. So that's the reason why I described her that way. So what I like for you guys to sit back, relax, put your seatbelt on, and let's delve into this wonderful interview with none other than JONERICA Whiting.
Yay.
All right.
Welcome.
Are y'all ready?
Welcome.
Yes,
Yes,
indeed.
we're
All right.
ready. So, JONERICA.
JONERICA.
Get it, mama.
What are some things you've learned from going through a divorce?
That it ain't fun.
What you said? What you said?
It ain't fun.
It's not fun, huh?
Nope.
It's not fun. Okay. So we're going to move right along and say, what advice would you give to others who may be considering or going through a divorce?
I would say just keeping God first, praying and asking God to help you through it, fight through it, because it's not an easy road, especially if you have things that come with a divorce, like children, houses, assets, and stuff like that. So, hoping and praying that you have a support system, people that are behind you to help you through the dark days.
All right.
That is very important. So, how long were you married, and how do you handle co-parenting responsibilities with your ex-partner?
We were married for, I think, 6 years. We were together for 10. We're great co-parents. We do good in the co-parenting area. May not be great in the relationship area, but we're good co-parents. We get along perfectly fine when it comes to taking care of the kids.
Yeah.
But that's because he's a great father and I'm a great mother. So we do what we have to do.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right.
Okay, so what I want to know, we want to know, after the divorce, is it possible that y'all can become friends and just be cordial? Is
It's
that
possible. It's possible. It depends on the situation, though. I mean, I wouldn't encourage anyone to be friends with someone who's dealing with domestic violence, because that's something that never stops. It doesn't matter if you're friends or in a relationship. So I wouldn't. It depends on the situation. I think it would be best to be friends, especially if you have children, because the children are the ones who end up hurting the most. So when people think that when you're choosing to be friends or cordial with somebody that you have children with,
Mhm.
If they think that you're weak, it's not. It has nothing to do with it. It has everything to do with the children and
Mhm.
hurting them. Because a lot of times in divorce, people ain't thinking about the kids at all. They're only thinking about themselves
Right.
and to help themselves. So I would always say it's best to try to co-parent the best way you can and be friends.
Yeah, especially for the kids' sake.
Mhm.
So, what are some of the biggest challenges you face during the divorce process?
The biggest challenge would have to be the assets because in the state of Texas, we are in a 50-50 state. So regardless if that other person is wrong or not, 9 times out of 10, that person is going to end up getting half of everything. You can't just.
Interesting.
Well, it also depends on.
Eddie, Eddie, I want half. I want to feel like an American woman.
So in the state of Texas, it is a 50-50 state.
It's 50-50.
Community state.
So
Yeah.
a woman cannot go marry a man and think that in a couple years she can go divorce him and take everything he has. No, she cannot.
It don't work like that, huh? It's gonna be half
Not in
split
the state of
down
Texas.
the
Now, you got some other states that will do it, but not in Texas.
Not in
Them
Texas, huh?
Republicans got it
And
right
that's-
that time.
That's also a double-edged sword because it's like if you decide that you want to leave somebody, or they decide that they want to leave you, you got to be like, okay, well, if I'm leaving this person, whatever I had even before I met this person, it's half of theirs too. I worked hard for this. So that's like a double-edged sword. It's like you don't want to, you don't want them to take all your stuff, but you don't want to take all their stuff. It's just, I can see that being a really big mess.
I don't know if that to be true though. Like, is it? Maybe if we have some lawyers online, maybe they can answer this question. But from my understanding, the things that you had prior to the marriage, that's your stuff.
Oh, really?
Yes.
No matter
Yeah.
if
That's
okay.
your stuff.
It
Only
is.
things that y'all accumulate while married.
Why you
So,
married?
but wait a
Oh.
minute, because so like let's say if I have a house and let's say my husband moved in,
That's your house.
but at some point, what if we, I guess, change the deed or whatnot, and it is
Okay.
like shouldn't that become?
Yeah, if
isn't
you
that
change
both-
the deed.
But why would
all
you?
your
You
name
shouldn't
on it,
change the deed.
Or
Put it in your name.
But I
That's
would,
legalities.
to me, it's like I wouldn't want it to be all on one person because I don't want you to have all the control.
yeah.
No, I want to know that I'm equally vested as you. I don't want it to be all on you. So I want like my name to be on the deed too.
Well, then
Well, I'm
that means
saying-
it's gonna split down half. But he's talking about prior to y'all getting married. If it was yours, then
Yeah.
it remains yours after the divorce.
So
Yes.
basically, the best thing to do in that situation would probably be, okay, sell your house and then y'all go get a house together.
Right.
Right.
Well, a lot of people do.
Yeah.
But a lot of
If you want
times
to sell,
also
but I wouldn't sell.
Or just get a
I'll
prenup
lease it.
like everybody else do.
Yeah, money maker
Especially
right
if you
there. I'll
got,
lease it.
especially if you got assets and stuff. Just prenup it.
but another thing that ties into that is actually when if somebody started to invest in your property
Mhm.
while y'all married, like paying the notes and getting stuff fixed and putting a lot of interest in that stuff, a lot of times in court, if they don't get half, they could be compensated what they invested into the house at a depreciated value.
Mhm.
So those are some things and stuff like that.
Well, hold up. Okay. Hey, the delegation got to tell the men something.
Lord have
Men,
mercy.
listen. Don't get mad if your spouse is making more money than you. Because if you get divorced, whoever makes the most money is paying the alimony. That's the tip from the delegation.
Well, we don't.
Thank you.
But here's the thing, okay. But you know what though? You just
But
because if I was making that money before I married you, then why do I got to take care of you if that's my money? I don't get that.
I mean, that's the court system. That I don't
So
have.
that's
What you
I
say?
don't
Boy,
have
you
nothing to
can't
do with
make the
that.
rules.
So wait, we didn't make the rules.
Some of what's mine that I had before you.
That's how
Right.
it goes in the court.
most people don't even get that far.
Speak up.
Most people don't even get that far because you have to be married 10 years in order to pay alimony.
Exactly.
That's
Oh,
true.
okay.
Uh-oh.
Okay,
I'm
that girl
happy.
dropping nuggets.
10 years.
That girl dropping nuggets on
I
tonight.
like the nuggets.
Well, I don't know about in other states. I know in the state of Texas, you have to be married 10 years in order
You
to
gotta
pay
be
alimony.
married 10 years. Okay.
And not too many people are staying married past 3 years.
Exactly.
Yeah, so these ladies that remain married and they don't want to do divorce and stuff like that, what I try to tell people that can hurt you. When y'all divorce and y'all not together, end it and go your separate ways. Because if these people stay married to you all this long time, something happens to you, they're gonna get your stuff.
everything.
And a-
Everything.
and a
They're gonna
50
get your stuff.
I think a 50-50 split is good. Straight down the middle is easy, man. You get 50, I get 50. Let's just go our separate ways.
It depends on the situation. I don't think
You
everybody
said depend on the
deserves it.
situation.
I can't hear you, Generic. What you say?
Depends on the situation. Everybody don't deserve 50-50 because it depends on why y'all are divorcing.
Yeah, that is true.
Why are
Yeah,
you getting
I think so too.
I
Generic.
wouldn't care.
I
I think
agree
so
with
too,
that.
John Eric.
You would
I'm
care.
ready to get divorced.
You would most definitely care if you worked and build a legacy and an empire for yourself and for your children, and your wife did something unforgivable, and then she gets to go in the court and take half of what you did, what you got.
I mean, I would just go out and continue to make more. I mean, she didn't make it right, so eventually her half gonna run out. I suppose she
hey,
ain't gonna have to invest
if
or do
she-
whatever.
If she do
You
like
know?
Shani did,
Oh boy,
Oh,
she
invest,
was a
you know?
cold piece, huh?
Yeah, Shirley,
That's right.
She capitalized with that money.
Mhm.
That's what you got to do.
So,
But
Generica,
see,
I
but
have another
she has
question for
children.
you. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I said, but she has children. That's another thing that you got to think about in divorce.
Mhm.
Right.
When some people get divorced, they also get child support.
Mm-hmm.
So they can get half of what you have plus child
Plus
support.
child support for the kids. Yeah.
Oh, well, he need to pay child support. No doubt
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it depends on how much you think some Shaquille O'Neal wife I was getting
Millions.
Millions.
But she was getting sent some on the back end and everything. Or let Shaq tell you, allegedly she was stealing. So I heard in the tabloids, but I don't know what went on in
Well,
that
Shaq
situation.
said he's gonna take care of her forever. She forever
But-
his wife,
Mm-hmm.
even with a new husband.
Yeah,
Oh,
I know
I
that's
let
right.
go.
Sip on to that, Generica.
Oh man.
So,
Let's
Generica,
loosen up and keep this conversation
Look, he
going.
sipped some over
That's
there with
right.
God.
Generica, how do you maintain self-care and prioritize your own well-being during and after the divorce process?
It depends. Depends on the day. When you're going through a divorce, 9 times out of 10, self-care is the last thing on your mind.
Wow.
You a survival mode, pretty much.
Most definitely, especially if it's a traumatic divorce. Some people can literally sign a line and go get divorced for $750 and be on their merry way. Then you got divorces that's going to cost you a pretty penny, like mine did. But I think over time, when you start to spend more time with God and talk about your situation with people that care about you, not with everybody.
Mm-hmm.
When you talk to people about your situation, and it kind of like helps you heal slowly,
Mhm.
and just taking a few minutes out the day just to do something for yourself, by yourself, for yourself. And
Right.
that's probably the best thing you can do. And take it slow. Don't jump back into dating quick. It's so easy to say, oh, you know the old saying, the best way to get over a man is to get
It's
under.
get another one. Yeah. And that's not true.
Not true at all.
Because you don't want to be a rebound.
Mhm.
Nobody want to be a rebound.
No.
I don't want to be a rebound, and you don't want to be a
It's kind of
rebound.
true on the men's
Right.
side.
Y'all, we got
Yeah.
a few comments.
Oh, it goes both ways.
We got a lot of comments.
JONERICA.
What'd you say?
I said it goes both ways. He said the men's side, not the women's side too.
It's kind of
Right.
true on the
Yeah.
men's side. Yeah, the quickest way men get over a woman, they go find another woman.
We have
Yeah,
some people
But
that
that don't mean they over that woman.
Exactly.
They go find another woman and they still try to come back.
right.
Yeah.
Hello.
Because they hoish.
Let's take these comments real quick. So,
We are hoish
first
at
of all, we
sometimes.
have Miss Sharonda. She says, hello, everyone. Pat Williams says, hey, family. We have Miss LaKenya Owen. She said 50-50, huh?
That's right.
All right,
What?
50.
And then we got Miss Amber Perkins. She says, true story. I knew someone who was married, and when her husband's mother passed away, he ended up getting his mother's house because they were married when that happened. She ended up getting half of that house, even though it was deed to him in the will. They divorced rather quickly after this happened, and she was awarded half the money for that house. To me, that's very sick. But some people are just money hungry. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
And then we have Miss Pat Williams. I've
the
never
law.
been married, and you all are giving some good advice. Thank you all. And now I know what to do. Amen.
Mm-hmm.
Amen.
Miss Deborah
She probably
Montgomery,
gonna
she
stay
says, good
single.
evening.
Hello.
Thank y'all for chiming in.
And hello, everybody. Hello, Jamie. Hello, Gerald. Hello, Triska. Hello, Glanisha. Hello, everybody that's tuned into this page. I'm not going to go to Letitia and everybody. Hello, hello, hello. And thank you for tuning into this live. But my next question is this. Everybody have their opinions about divorce. Okay, and here's the deal. How do you handle questions or judgments from others about divorce? Because everybody got their little say. So how
Mhm.
do you handle people judging you for divorce or not divorcing or all that? How do you handle that?
I mean, it's you ain't got no choice but to handle it. It's gonna come,
Mm.
whether it's embarrassment, humiliation, shame, different things, especially if you're public. Especially if you're public.
Yeah.
So I get a lot of people that ask me about divorce. You'd be surprised how many people inbox me, but because of the type of person I am, I don't say nothing.
Mhm.
Some people might be watching this line on ask me questions about divorce. I'm just playing. But no, but people ask like, oh, how much it costs? What was the process? And how did you feel? I remember a girl came to me and told me, I can't do that. I don't see how
She said,
you
"What? You kind of too far from your mic."
I don't see how you did it. I couldn't have did that. I said that's the worst thing you could ever say is I couldn't, I wouldn't, I couldn't, I would stop that because it's a lot of things that I said I couldn't do or I wouldn't do, and I ain't have no choice but to do it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So,
You really don't know until you get into that situation.
Exactly.
it depends, and a lot of times a lot of people like to speak on situations they've never been in before.
You're right.
So stay away from negative
And
thinking.
they say, "Oh, now I see why. Oh, I
Mm.
see. Now you see why. Why this happened." I tell people the truth. I'm a transparent person. I have no problem with telling people how I journey through it. Now, how you or her or him or them, I'm talking about me and how I journey through my situation and the days that I've had. Oh, and this was hard. I was talking to a lady today about her. She's getting remarried now, and I was telling her, that's a beautiful thing because a lot of women see divorce and then they like, oh, that's the end. And sometimes that be the beginning for you with someone else. Or you never know. That beginning could be with that same person. I know a lot of people that get divorced and get remarried all the time.
A lot, all the time.
You just
Yeah.
never know.
Sometimes that divorce is a wake up call, but that's not to say that all women go run back to your ex.
Exactly.
Some of them
Disclaimer.
change, but you'll know the change. You'll see the change in them. They will make evident change to show you that they have changed, and
Mhm.
we won't be fooled or deceived. But yes, my number one thing that I've learned in all my years of living is to never say what I would never do,
Mm-hmm.
because that is some of
Never
that
say
will
never.
slap in the face,
Yep.
saying what you won't do, or
Mm-hmm.
judging somebody for things they do. If that has not been a burden or something that God has put on your back,
Mhm.
don't judge it because you don't know. Like I've never been on drugs. I don't want to judge nobody on drugs because I don't know how addictive drugs is. I don't know the mindset, the want more, the chemical in it. Because I know for a fact, as I'm mature and not older, when I look at drug addicts on the street walking, I know doggone well them people did not want to be in them situations.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I want to know what is in that chemical that will have you eating out the trash can,
Right.
crusty, dusty, and musty.
Mhm.
Stealing TVs while people watching it. Doing all kind of stuff. I know this have to be some type of power or spirit that's way bigger than just you wanting to be high.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
So my thing of it is, that's why I said when you judging somebody in terms of being in a divorce, let's not judge them. Well, I wouldn't divorce them for that, or I would have divorced them for that.
But you don't
can't
know
listen
what
to
you're gonna
nobody.
do
Yeah,
Right.
if you're not in that situation.
right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true.
True.
Yeah, yeah. Also, I want to add that now some people think when they have to go through a divorce, like she mentioned earlier, that it's embarrassing. You know, it's just my opinion. I know it's tough or whatever, but don't look at it as embarrassing. It might be a blessing in disguise. Even though you don't want to go through that divorce, it may be a way of God telling you you need to let that go. I have something better for
Something
you.
But you know
better,
what?
exactly.
A lot of times it's funny you say that because a lot of times I think the embarrassment comes, and again, when you go through stuff, hey, that's what you go through. But I think most of the time, if you embarrass, it's probably because you painted a picture that probably wasn't true to
Yeah.
begin with. My man is this, or my woman is this, and this, and this. And then so when the world found out that they wasn't that, and that, now you embarrassed because you put them on the pedestal, or you put
Mhm.
her on the pedestal, and it ain't true. And now you being exposed because now it ain't so pretty. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yep,
it's not
yep.
the picture that you painted. And so that old happily married vision that you gave everybody. You like, oh, now I gotta show the world that we wasn't happily married, that he did cheat on me, she did cheat on me, and all the other stuff. So I
Reality
think that's a lot of
TV.
times where the embarrassment comes from, is when you're not being real about your situation.
And
Yeah.
sometimes people just embarrass the hell out you.
Mm-hmm.
They embarrass
Yeah.
you because they do the ookie fookie move, doing
Uh-huh.
stuff that you never thought. You know, like
Yeah.
you know, like they got some people been married and they husband go out and become an alcoholic or a drug addict, stuff
Mhm.
like that. What is it? Wasn't expected. You never
Or a
saw
pimp.
that before. You talking
Mhm.
about a pimp, you know? And then you know they start doing things that they people can hide stuff, and you think that you can find out 1, 2, 3 years. You people can hide stuff that they really want to hide from you.
Yeah, yeah.
And you know,
True.
you just wouldn't know. Because I know
True
doggone
that.
well when I used to work on Bensonette and them prostitutes be out there selling themselves and all them people working, getting them some before they went to work. I know their wife don't know that.
Well, that's
And
Curry
I just sit
Cupcake
and
area
watch
right there.
You used to sit and watch.
I
it
just
too?
sit and watch him. I'm saying, look at him. He on his way to work. He done pulled the prostitute over and dropped off and gone to work. And I know, you know,
Yeah.
so it's you can't say what nobody would do. That's the reason why. Who do you think? A question to you. When you are married, who are your vows to? Are your vows to that person or is your vow to God?
It's supposed to be to God,
Mm-hmm.
but
Okay.
but most people making a vow to themselves, and a lot of times people don't love their partner the way they're supposed to love them. And I used to always say, oh, this is supposed to be unconditional love. There's no such thing. There's only one person that can unconditionally love us, and that's God. So there's going to be a condition to love in every relationship. We say we want someone to unconditionally love us, but there's only one person that's going to unconditional. There's conditions to everything. There's something that even you would eventually leave somebody for. That shows that it's not unconditional, because only God can love us unconditionally.
Oh,
So
baby, I done seen some peoples that
they
ain't gonna let go. All
eventually.
right. They might stay in two different houses, sleep in two different rooms. I got aunties and uncles do that, but they gonna stay together.
Some will. But that's the thing. I said love. It's a lot of people that's in a relationship that ain't in love.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Grandma and grandpa stayed together and was sleeping in different rooms, and they hated each other. They just stayed together. Staying with somebody don't make
Grandpa had
Back in the
about
day,
Grandpa
that's
had
what
about
they
2 or
did,
3
though.
houses, other
Yeah,
houses.
exactly. I was Rolling Stone. He wasn't in love. He was not in love.
Man.
So
So, John Eric, I want to ask you, since you're divorced, how has your perspective changed on relationships? Well, no, has your perspective changed on relationships or marriages?
no.
So would you consider marrying again?
Yeah,
Okay.
because
Like, I guess if you were to marry again, I guess like, how would you walk into this marriage differently versus how you walked into the other one?
I know a lot more than I did when I was 21.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Um, I'm a woman now. When I was 21, I was a kid, and I was doing a lot of things differently. Like I say, we both have to hold ourselves accountable for what we both did, and a lot of times women do not hold themselves accountable for what they do. So, and that is probably one of those things
9.9%
that
Mm-hmm.
of the time.
You heard
Delegation, your mic is
JONERICA, you heard about
The delegation had to sneak it in
99.99%.
there.
no, but it's true. A lot of women don't hold themselves accountable for what they do, because we feel like a lot of women feel like when they hold themselves accountable, the first thing everybody gonna think is they're a pick me. It has nothing to do with being a pick me, because I'm not a pick me. I'm okay with or without a man, but I also know what I needed to change as a woman to make sure that I don't make that same mistake again. Because people think that when a man does something, well, certain men do certain things that they didn't have nothing to do with that.
Mm-hmm.
I remember hearing stuff like, "Oh, you better keep yourself up. You better lose weight. This and that." Not saying that you have to look a certain way or be a certain way, but hey, it's a part of the game. You
Yeah,
do need to keep yourself up. And I ain't saying you got to be size 2 and you ain't got to do this and you got to do that, but we do play a role. And I had a horrible attitude. I had a horrible attitude. I still have a horrible attitude. That's something that I'm still working on. God's still working on me. But I had a bad attitude. So I know that when I remarry, that's something that I know a man ain't gonna put up with.
Yeah.
Not going to put up with that attitude. So I had to do a lot of inward soul searching and stop focusing on what you did this. What did I do? And what can I do to change me so that I could be a better person for myself and for someone else, because I know that is going to be required for me to have a healthy relationship.
Yeah.
Because
Not about writing a book, because baby, you covered up with wealth of knowledge, honey.
well, one day. One day. I do honestly feel like as a woman, we have to most definitely think about what we can change about ourselves and in regards to our faith, our walk with God. Make sure that we're putting God first and getting the right answers, because we're so clouded with the way that we think about things that we my child, sorry.
Don't get in fame.
We get so clouded and we try to put someone else before God, and then we wonder why it doesn't work out, and we wonder why things go the way they go, because we didn't go to the source first.
Mm-hmm.
And since we don't go to the source first, nothing works out right. At least,
Got to be connected to the source.
at least in my situation, I stopped going to church. I stopped reading my Bible. I started just focusing on the wrong thing. So I honestly feel like, and I believe in love because I am love, and I give love and I pour love into people. So I know that if I am still alive, then there are other people that are still alive that can give that love.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Amen.
So what about red flags? Let's talk about that. So after you've had a divorce, how do you react to red flags now? Like, so you've been married and you know red flags. So after divorce, when they one little sign or something, you go on away, what you do? Drink.
I wouldn't say one little sign I'm going, because everybody's different. I feel like my eyes are open. I was very naive because I wasn't focused on a lot of things. I was a kept woman, and I was focused on my kids and my job and my business, and I was living my life. I was doing my thing and taking care of my children, and my husband was out working and doing what he had to do and paying the bills. He did what he was supposed to do here at this house. But I feel like now my eyes are more open to seeing the things around me, and I see what other people do, and I started to look at things, and I'm like, oh, now I see why this went that way, and now I realize why. Oh, I see what you're doing right here, sir. Bye. I see what you're doing. Oh, okay. Because I didn't know a lot of those things at first. I didn't know what I was looking at. I didn't know why this person would say certain things and do certain things. And, now that my eyes are open, I'm most definitely more aware of the things that I see.
And that's very common.
And discernment is strong too now, because I pray for it every day. Lord, this person is not for me. Whoever is showing me something that is a form of deception, show me. And he shows me. And sometimes I'm afraid to pray that prayer because I really don't want to know, but I have to know so I can move those people out of my life. And my eyes actually were open now to friendships too. It ain't just relationships. Now my eyes are open to friendships and seeing friends that were not supposed to be in the picture that was also a part of it. Your eyes, once your eyes open, they can no longer be closed.
Once you see it, you can't unsee it, huh? You can't unsee it.
There's no way to hide.
So we know that there are like stages to divorce. They say there's 5 stages to divorce.
Yep.
I know.
And they said number 1, the first stage to divorce is shock
and denial.
Just shock that it's happening. And number 2 is denial.
Yeah.
That and then they say number 3. You begin to start getting angry. That's when and stuff. And then number 4 is bargaining. You're trying to okay, whatever to take to get it back together and then it's depression. And then lastly is accepting it. So you can navigate through these stages of divorce with greater awareness and compassion for themselves. So if you're going through divorce and you're going through any of these stages, we just want you to be able to just take it easy on yourself, because these are natural stages that one go through when they're going through divorce. And take it easy on yourself to realize that these are the steps that you go to, almost like death. And a lot of people say divorce is like death, and it is, because you're divorcing what you thought was going to last forever. So
Yeah.
it feels like death. So do you agree with that in terms of how does divorce feel?
Mhm.
Give us a on hand account on how that divorce actually feels on the inside.
I mean, it's an up and down thing. Some days you're gonna feel good, and it's just like death.
Mhm.
It's literally just like death. It's like seeing somebody die, but they're still alive. So
Right.
it's kind of, it's up and down. One day you'll be like, oh, I'm good, I'm okay, I can do this, and the next day it's like, I can't even leave out my room. So
Mhm.
I feel like it is stages. You will be some days angry. Sometimes I will smell a smell or hear a certain song, and I was like, hate on my hater. But then some days I'll be like, oh, it's okay.
You okay?
So how long have you been divorced? If you don't mind me asking.
In September it'll be a year.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, so
Yeah.
it's still fresh.
Yeah, it's still fresh. So you
Wow.
still going through a lot of these
The
stages.
divorce is fresh, not the separation.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, gotcha.
So if I ask you on which one of the stages you are in, so can you answer, is you in shock, denial, anger, the bargaining, depression, or acceptance? Huh?
I'm in acceptance now.
You're
acceptance.
in
Okay,
All of the
acceptance.
that's good.
above.
That's the last stage of it.
Mm-hmm.
But you did.
I've been in acceptance before we even divorced. But that was
And there's a name for that. There's a name for that. The walkaway wife syndrome. They said the walkaway wife syndrome is a complete breakdown of a relationship. She may not have said anything about divorce yet, but your wife has already checked out.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of time, men, the wife have already checked out, and because we are number one, we're number normally first in pursuing a divorce. What's the percentage of women?
Oh, women for divorce is
69, 70%.
69%
Damn.
of women initiate the divorce.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And contrary to what people believe, people think that women are mostly the ones that are hurt from divorce, but statistically, men are more traumatized and hurt from divorce than women are, mainly because
They paying out their ass. That's why.
Oh
Shit.
my God.
no,
Oh, yeah.
because some women pay. You better ask Mary J.
Man.
And all them people, they pay. They are paying. Look at Wendy Williams.
Hey, Paul.
Women pays too, right?
When Paul
Yeah.
McCartney
Okay,
got
too.
when Paul McCartney got divorced, his wife was getting $20,000 a month. That's too much money right there.
Yeah,
Way too much money.
We have a couple of comments here that we missed. So, Shonda Washington, she was answering to the question that we had talked about before. She said to both, meaning like who are your vows to? So your vows are to God and to your partner. And then we have LaKenya Owens. You could have married the wrong person. Once you divorce, then the one that was for you will come into your life. Sometimes you block your blessings with the wrong person.
That's
Yes,
so true.
you block them or you delay them.
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm.
Yep.
Yeah.
And JONERICA, you mentioned something important. You said, women think they have to have a man. And I'm here to tell y'all, women, you don't have to have a man. It's a lot of women that I know. Oh, I can't live without a man. I need a man. I need somebody in my life. I'm getting old and all this. No, you don't.
Baby, you gotta like yourself first. You gotta like and love yourself
Stop
first.
saying I need a man. No, you don't.
And
Yep.
the only man you need is Jesus.
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
I'm 38 years old. I'm single.
But
And
what
I
y'all
am
think
happy.
I know it's hard. Everybody's situation is different, and I don't like to speak on you don't need a man in everybody's situation, because you have women that are introverted and you have women that are extroverted. You also have people that are okay with being alone. I'm one of those people. I'm a loner, so I'm okay with being at home by myself and quiet and not doing anything and just sitting in silence and not answering the phone and not talking on the phone. But that's just me as a person. Everybody's not like that. Some people will need their family coming over, their friends coming over. They need to go out.
I'm her.
They have to keep busy But I'm the type of person that is okay with being in my room for 3 hours straight and not talking to nobody. But that's just me.
I appreciate solitude. I'm
I
like
feel
50-50.
it depends on the situation
Mhm.
and the person. It's better to know what that person is dealing with and how that person is as a person before saying, certain. I'm very touchy on subjects now because of the way I used to talk before I went through certain situations in my life. Now that I've been through a lot of different things in my life, I don't speak on certain things because you never know until you're the one who has to deal with that type of situation. And people handle situations different. You think about thin line between love and hate. I just posted a post about that today. You see, she ain't like that rejection. She almost killed homeboy. Y'all watch her, Tony? Y'all watch
Tell me you love me.
Y'all seen Charles in that tub about to drown.
I'm done. Not Charles. Oh, baby, that Texas came on up out of. She said, Charles, I'm done.
Charles,
done.
you're ready.
Man, she fucked over Charles. She messed up with Charles, man.
Because you got the woman who did like she almost drowned Charles, but then you got Jill Scott from Why Did I Get Married? She met her new man right off the rip and was silent. Went completely ghost on everybody, including her friends.
Yeah.
So it depends on the person's situation.
Yeah, it is. And you have to know within your heart if it's a good thing and a bad thing. Because sometimes if you have a codependent personality, which my uncle told me that I did growing up, had a codependent personality, it you would always find good in every situation, even if it's bad for you. Because I'm always find good because I my love for people. But as I've grown and growing, that has changed. I see people for who they are. And so yeah, I mean I understand what you're saying. When I went to my divorce, I was devastated. And they said theoretically, don't feel bad if you've been married for a prolonged period of time, for it take the 2 to 3 years to even get over the divorce, to be in a good place. Because it's so much that goes on when you're going through a divorce that it makes your mind and your mental equilibrium off. So you're really going through almost like a nervous breakdown. Especially if y'all been together for a long time. It's hard to, like you say, not see what you saw, not do what you did. You're on a routine, and people routines are routines. And simple things like taking the trash out, doing the stuff like that. You don't realize you hate doing that till he ain't there to take it out. You don't realize when your car stop and you need him and you ain't got nobody to call, and that confident feeling to know that if something happens to you, I can call my husband, he's coming. Or like me, I go to a lot of events. I hate parking way across the parking lot, and I love being dropped off at the door. It's just different things. I love relationships, and I look forward to being married again. I think I'll be an excellent wife. Right?
It depends on. I always say every situation is different because you got some people who can get divorced and they will become great friends, and they become great friends literally right after. It just
I've seen that.
Depends on everybody's situation because I like how you said with not being able to call that person no more to do certain things and do. I can't say that because I still always call him even when we were no longer together. I always call him.
Yeah.
No matter what. So I can't. That's why I say everybody's situation is totally different.
And that make it hard too. Don't you think that make it hard when
It most definitely makes it hard. It makes it hard all the time. It does at the same time because it's almost like that person, you're still with that person.
Yeah.
It's almost like you're still with that person. And having children with someone is gonna always make it hard because you gotta always talk to that person. You can't just say, "Oh, no contact," and not talk to them more and put the phone on vibrate. On black and never speak to that person again. Unless you want to be in court. So in divorce, it's going to be some legalities when it comes down to who's going to get the kids, what days they're going to get the kids, who the kids can be around, this and that. It's a list. Them papers was this thick. of rules of what could and could not happen.
You said this thick. Wow.
So I just would like to know: is it cheaper to keep her?
Yep.
It's
Cheaper to
keep
keep her.
But you'll be
It depends. It depends on what y'all have, because everybody ain't in the relationship that
peace
have.
of mind is priceless.
Everybody don't have
They just
things
had that.
to
yeah.
separate. Everybody don't have things to get rid of. I think it's cheaper to keep her if you got stuff to lose. I'm not saying it's cheaper to keep her if y'all living in an apartment and nothing is in neither one of y'all name and y'all divorced, you got separate ways. But when it comes to houses and cars and assets,
All of
and
that. Yeah.
all the big
And children.
things,
Uh-huh.
that is where divorce is hard because it's cheap. Yeah.
Divorce is hard another way because all is fair in love and war.
Yep.
And when it
That's what
comes down to
is.
divorce,
That's exactly
you
what it
see
is.
that person that you love so much that you would give your life for being so ugly towards you because they're fighting. And everybody divorced is not the same.
Exactly.
Y'all fighting for those assets.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Y'all mudslinging, and y'all doing all that. And it's almost like, I can't believe you said that or done that. And
Mhm.
people will fight to the bitter end to win.
Yes, indeed.
And that's I think it was hard. The man I love, and especially when most time it's not mutual. It's
Mhm.
one of the parties that don't want to get a divorce.
Always.
Always.
And
So
for those of y'all who are chiming
Most
in
of the
right
time.
now, we are talking about surviving divorce.
absolutely.
Thank y'all for chiming in. We got Miss Deborah Lee. She said it can still be cheaper if he paying child support, rent, mortgage, and alimony.
Ooh.
Wow.
All of that.
Bow,
Triple
bow,
whammy.
bow, bow.
Man, it's 50-50, man. Just go on your separate ways.
And then, for you ladies that's out there that's trying so hard to get that man from his wife to get her back and tear her family up or his family up, and they got children and stuff like that, what you think you getting left? What's left for you?
Right.
I don't want him if all his money going over there after divorce. I don't want you.
For real.
You
It's
know,
definitely
you
not
don't
about to live
know.
that lifestyle no more.
No, he's not gonna live. And then I just say, people, we all gonna get our turn. Some people in nuptials, and I feel like in that and said, let's treat people and respect people's marriages as if we want and the way we want people to respect us.
Mhm.
It's
Yeah.
a very painful
For real.
situation, as y'all can see, for a person to separate from their children and their family
Mhm.
because of infidelity, because of all of the list goes on and on. And how can you as a person play a part in the demise of somebody?
Right. So, Generica, let me ask you this. So, like you said, you got married the first time when you was 21, and so now you're 32.
No, I was 25. I was 20. I was 21 when I got
21. Okay, what I said, I'm sorry. So you were 21 and now you're 32. So if you see somebody like young in their early 20s and you see them struggling, like, do you feel compelled to want to, kind of pour into them and to try to maybe counsel them and to try to help them and talk some sense into them? Like, would you feel compelled to do that?
It depends on the situation because some people don't want to hear anything.
Mm-hmm.
I remember having a friend that was on her first child, and I was trying to give her little advice as a mother of 3,
Mm-hmm.
and she was like, "Oh no," she cut off everything I said.
Oh.
Mm.
One thing I've learned is to zip it and let people see it for themselves. And
Experience is the best teacher.
about 7 to 8 months later, she was like, "Girl, I remember when you had told me."
Mhm.
But you
Yep.
planted that seed though, and so when it happened, she remembered what you told her.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So the seed was still planted.
It depends. It most definitely depends on the situation. I always say that because some people will listen, some people won't.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, do you believe that counseling should be pre-marriage, or
You have to get premarital counseling when you're engaged.
Oh,
You're
really?
supposed to. I mean, that's what we had to do.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Maybe it
Some
varies
it
state
depends
by
on
know
state.
that.
Depends on the preacher. Some preachers.
Our preacher was not going to marry us until we got premarital counseling.
Oh.
Yeah, some preachers require that.
Hmm.
Some don't.
Mm-hmm.
So, do
Okay.
you think that counseling could save some marriages?
Most definitely.
You think so?
And because a lot of times we don't think about the issues that we have A lot of us are traumatized from childhood. A lot of us have been through a lot of things. A lot of us don't have, especially in the Black community, don't have a lot of married couples around us to see what marriage is, how hard marriage is, and we only see it in movies. And you go around other cultures and you can see other people of different races, and everybody in their household is married. Everybody around them has had some type of issue, but they fought through it and they got through it. They don't see that enough to stay in a marriage. You know, a lot of Black men don't see their fathers in the home. A lot of Black men don't see their fathers married. So they don't see a reason to either A, get married or stay married. Leave. It's hard, go. You know, whatever happened to them in their childhood, bottle it up. Don't never say nothing. So they don't think about counseling. A lot of people don't even think about counseling. I feel like counseling most definitely will help a lot of people. It'll most
So
definitely
being traumatized, a lot of times
things that people go through in life.
a lot of times people feel like because they were traumatized in their childhood that their partner have to pay for that. Should they partner have to pay for the fact that bad things happen to you?
No, you come to
Nope.
me already healed.
That's it.
Come to me healed. Look, I'm 38. I ain't never been married. Whoever want to marry Tiffany, y'all come to Tiffany already
Oh,
healed.
man.
Okay.
Hey, look,
Y'all
I ain't
here?
dealing with no trauma. Y'all come to me healed.
and please, y'all look at Tiffany's face.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
is
Look at the
serious.
face, y'all. Look at the face. She's serious.
Come to
Yeah,
me healed.
because they got so many people, women and men. You know, they
Say
dealt with stuff
healed.
in their past, and
Oh,
then
man.
and then they their spouse have to pay for the rest of their lives. When
Yeah.
nuptials should be, you know, to heal people. You know, you do your healing, you do your work to heal you, and you do your work to heal, and then so that we can love each other instead of me trying to fix what broke you. Only God can fix. Only the potter can put you back together again.
Most
And so that's what you need. Counseling, sometimes people want us to be in the counseling when it ain't us that need to be a counselor. First of all, you need to learn how to deal with yourself.
Yeah.
You need to go to counseling, and then maybe we will be okay.
you
So
have to learn to be your own peace.
yeah,
Yeah.
I was looking for peace in someone else, on somebody else to
Yeah.
make you happy, and nobody can make you happy. It don't matter what they do for you, how much they buy for you, how much they love you, how many dates they take you on, how many gifts they buy you. If you ain't a happy person, you ain't gonna be happy with nothing.
yeah,
Right.
and if you're not a healed person,
Exactly.
you know. So we have to look into those things, y'all. And women, we are so good for loving potential.
Yeah.
No, you need to. Yeah. No. If potential is one thing, but you need to go with the facts.
Mm-hmm.
What are they showing you? What are they doing? You know, don't fall into illusions of like, you know, what they could be or what you wish they would be. What are they being?
And when people show you who they are,
Believe
That's
it. Believe it.
Yes.
believe it. You know,
Please
because
believe
you're gonna be living a long life of that. You know. So my thing is, we want to stay together, guys. But some things you just can't deal with.
Don't be
Like certain
miserable.
things I just can't deal with. I can't deal with a person that don't believe in God. I just cannot do that. You can't come to me, you know, talking about you a God. We're not gonna be sitting up all night talking about that. You know, I want to have the same religion.
Right.
So we have a question here. So Shonda Washington says, "Are you going to be completely healed? Sometimes you may not encounter the issue until you get married. Things come as you get older." So to answer that, this is my opinion. You know, I'm not no expert, but I feel like if whatever, even if it comes up when you get married, it was still in you. So to me, nothing ain't gonna come out of you that's not in you. So if it came out of you, that means it was somewhere deep down and something triggered that thing to come out. So to me, I'm just like I said, come heal or
I
be
feel
working on yourself. Like to me, I don't think it's my responsibility
Oh,
or the
man.
person that I'm going to be with responsibility to deal with my trauma. And I don't want to deal with your trauma. Like, no, like, and I understand like when we get together, I'm not saying it's gonna be perfect, but I'm not gonna sit up here and deal with your unhealed traumas. Like, no, that's not fair.
That's not
I
my
don't think
fault.
that's fair.
'Cause
I don't want to pay for your you know, your life.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Like a relationship can't work if you bring in baggage into the new
Yeah.
relationship.
Yeah.
Get yourself together.
Yeah.
It'll
Right.
never
Get
work.
yourself
That's
together.
nobody
Get
that's
somebody
fully
like
healed.
miserable. Huh?
You, somebody like the lady, whoever the lady is in the comments that said that, I get what you're saying, because there are some things in life you don't remember. I don't remember a lot of things from my childhood, and my mama could tell you. She asked me all the time, "You remember? You remember?" I don't remember.
Mm.
And if you have been to therapy, then you know that there's some things that we can block out of our mind and never remember again.
Yeah.
Even if it's deep down inside of you, if you
There
can't
are
remember, you can't remember it. There's nothing you can do
defense
about that.
mechanism.
And you ain't gonna visit it again until it comes up.
7:30.
You'll be with somebody for 15 years. You could be
Mhm.
with somebody for 15 years and never remember something until the day it comes up.
Hmm.
But that
Well,
is the
that's
reason
almost
why
like when you used to get what's that, hypnotized,
Mhm.
and then you go back in there and they find something that you hit a burying. But we're not
Yeah.
talking about those deep rooted issues like things like that are buried that don't affect you in
Yeah.
one way or other.
I
Because
mean, but I mean, if this thing
you're
comes
talking about
healed,
people that's dealing with stuff
healed.
that they know.
Mhm.
But that has everything to do with coming healed. You can come as healed as you are healed. You can't
Right.
come more healed than you are healed. You only can come as you are. So if there's something that comes up later that needs to be healed, if you have a partner and y'all are God ordained, then that person should be able to be there with you to help you heal too.
Right.
Yeah.
Because
Well, a
nobody's
lot of
perfect.
times people don't know how to help you heal because they don't even know how to heal themselves.
It is true.
It's all
And
about
that
what
is-
you're willing to put up with.
Think about that before
That's
you get married.
to me, that's what it comes down to. It's what you're willing as a person to put up with. And like I say, I know that people are not perfect, but me personally, I don't want to pay for your last partner's mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
that's to me, I don't. So if I'm with you and then we encounter some issues, and I later find out, oh, it's some issue that you're dealing with because of your past. Like, no, you go and you handle that because your past issues ain't got nothing to do with me.
Mhm.
And
Exactly.
I feel like I'm not going to bring nothing to the table that I don't want you to bring to the table.
Mhm.
Exactly.
Right.
That's just, and and so hold on. We have, so Deborah Lee says, remember what attracts you about a person. Don't expect changes in a few years. And Shonda says, that's not true. I never drunk coffee, but now I love coffee. I mean, okay, yeah. Your taste buds
That's
may
not
change.
trauma.
That's
That's
not
not
trauma.
what we're talking about.
Yeah, that's not trauma based. Like deep down, it's like, okay, so
Kind of
sometimes I
coffee
may
she
have daddy
tasted.
issues. You know what I'm saying? If I don't deal with my daddy issues before I get with somebody, then that's on me.
I
don't
think
need
you
to-
have self-esteem issues.
Yeah, I shouldn't bring my daddy issues to the relationship because I tell anybody to this day, I didn't really get a chance to meet my father till I was 8. My dad knew me as a baby, but I didn't really get to know my dad till I was 8 years old.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, that's part of like abandonment issues.
Yeah.
So to me, I want a guy to, love me and let me, make me feel special.
Right.
And until I fully deal with that, I don't want to bring that to the relationship because, oh, my daddy abandoned me. So I think you're going to abandon me. That's not fair.
Yeah.
It's not fair.
I need to make sure I'm completely healed of that. You
Yeah.
know, it ain't that man's responsibility to do what my daddy didn't do, which is validate me.
I agree. I agree. Yeah.
So you have to know within yourself who you are.
Mm-hmm.
And then, those are conversations that you have prior to marriage.
Right.
Hey, these are my love language.
Mm-hmm.
I like words of affirmation. I like to
Yeah.
be touched. I like to feel secure. And most people do want to feel security and love in those relationships. And then that's okay to make an effort to make your partner feel comfortable. But the partner shouldn't thrive on that to where that's the only thing that can satisfy them. You still need to be whole and know thyself. Know who you are. I have daddy issues. I have abandonment issues as well. But I'm not afraid to let you go. I'm not afraid to stand alone. But I do know I have abandonment issues. But that's not a problem in my relationship. You can go and do as you please because but I'll do what entertains me in the meantime. But and that is why I said I'm a person with these issues, but they're not a problem that I bring into a relationship.
Right. Exactly. Yes, indeed, baby. We dropping them nuggets on
Hello,
tonight, baby.
everybody.
Right. I hope y'all listening.
Surviving divorce.
So
Yes.
you can survive divorce, and it is a long road. How long did it take you actually to get over it, or are you still in the process of getting over it? Or your heartstrings pull every now and then? It's
Do
a
you
process.
feel like sneaking?
I'm
I mean, yeah. I mean,
She grinning.
it's a
Sometimes people got to lose it to see it. Sometimes, you know, people take you for granted.
Right.
And relationships, we do that so much. Take each other for granted. And that's the worst thing you could ever do. Two things: take your partner for granted.
Mm-hmm.
And the second thing is to assume that they know that you love them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Don't just go, okay, I wouldn't be here if I didn't love you. No. There's a lot
say
of
the
reasons why you
words.
here.
Tell
me you
A
love me.
stranger can be here.
Yeah.
A stranger can meet a need. Like, I may need $5 and the stranger off the street can give me $5 that I needed right then and there. Do that stranger love me?
No, they don't know you.
Right.
So yeah, no, you gotta
Boy,
put some oomph behind it.
y'all women was in unison. So
How we said it.
How we said it. No.
Don't know me.
We're
not playing. We're not playing.
But,
It
But,
depends on your love language.
huh?
That depends on your love language because everybody
Yeah.
don't have to hear words of affirmation. Everybody don't like to be touched. Some people, I'm not a touchy-feely person. So that didn't
There's
bother
some
me.
things you need to know prior to marriage.
Those
Yeah.
are things you should know prior to marriage because you may not like to be touched and your partner may want to be touched or
But
want
if
to.
you start out
if
not
you
liking
would-
it, but then you grow to like it, and vice versa, that can
Yeah,
happen.
it can happen. It most definitely can happen. It depends on your particular love language. There's many couples who never say I love you, but they know they love each other to death.
Because they show it to me. I'd rather you
Show
now,
it.
hear, but I'd rather you show it.
Yeah, it depends. It most definitely
Because
depends.
love is an action word.
Some people want to hear it every day. You can't leave the house without telling me I love you.
That's what you want to hear. You want to hear it every day.
No, that doesn't bother me.
I don't want to hear it every day. Just
I wanna hear it.
let's
I do.
say it some days.
It doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me
Okay.
because I
Once a
know
week.
I'm
You know, split half
Yeah,
and half, 50,
yeah.
50, you know.
I like that. I
Right,
like
y'all. We
that.
have a Renee Galloway says, "Oh Lord, this has me written all over it. I just made a post about being 50 plus and divorce. Come on now, confirmation, baby, confirmation. We touching on it, baby.
So, guys, we just want y'all to know that we believe in love, and as Black culture, two is always better than one.
Mm-hmm.
The family unit is very important. When the
Especially
family
if you have
unit is divided,
Yeah.
it's so much we lose. The children, it's so much. You cannot be effective parents. You can be as effective as you would like, but not like when you in the home with your children, with your family. If it's possible, that's what I sign for.
Mm-hmm.
So y'all, everybody go out, go get married, and
Go get good.
Don't y'all do it.
To your God appointed person.
Yes,
You're
yes,
God
yes,
for the
yes,
person.
yes.
Hey, speaking of family, I saw that you had somebody was peeking in. Can you bring that person back so we can so I can see him?
Let me see.
If possible. Yeah, let him get his shine on.
Come here,
They
Savannah.
all coming now.
Yeah, bring them all on there.
I'm
Yeah, bring
done
them all,
with
bring them
love.
Bring all on.
Oh, this is not gonna come. She's a
No.
teenager.
Oh yeah, teenagers not coming at all.
She's like, I ain't got time for all this.
Uh-huh.
Hey, beautiful.
Hey.
Hey, Savannah.
Oh, she acting shy.
Hey, Savannah. Look at your nanny on TV. That's me.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, Tootie.
Hey,
Hey.
cutie. Hey.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Good.
Okay. Say bye now.
Come here, you want to see?
Yeah.
So.
Oh, and my oldest did come.
Hey, Kaden.
Oh, look at her running back.
So, and then another thing that I like to say when in regards to divorce, it's hard on the parent that has the children. Because in regards to dating, I found that a lot of times people just do not treat your children the way the actual parent does.
Oh, they never do.
Yeah.
Well, I ain't gonna say never, but it's a
And as a man,
yeah.
I wouldn't want nobody else raising my children, my girls.
Right.
You
Not
know,
if I'm alive and well capable of doing it myself.
Exactly.
And then you mess around and call them daddy. No. No.
So
Nah, men,
One thing
take care of your kids so that won't happen.
One thing we learned, I can say, is the conversations that we have now about school. because the way that they treat me by myself at the school is totally different from the way they treat me and him at the school.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
And
What's the difference?
we have learned is that how the two-parent household dynamic works and how people respect the two-parent household. When I would go to the school to handle a situation, they would brush me off, and or I would get it because I'm my mama's child, so you gonna give me what I want. But
You're that mama child.
Cisco
Go
that
ahead.
came out of us.
when he's there with me, I can be soft and kind and meek and mild. When they see him walk up in there, just because they see two people, oh, your husband, and this and that. And I said, I wish more. If I'm gonna leave anything for any married couple, before y'all think about divorce or before y'all think about whatever you're doing wrong to make a divorce come into play, I would say is to think about the two-parent dynamic and how it affects your children and how people treat your children based on a two-parent household. You wouldn't. Those are things I didn't have to think about. But having him there at the schools and seeing him there now, they're like, yeah. Oh, that's her parents. That's the mom. That's the dad. Oh, well, she's doing better now. And I'm like, yeah, now she's doing better because you see both parents.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
you know, I think that's a lot of things to think about too, is your children. A lot of people don't think about their children when they think about these horrible, traumatic divorces.
Because they are affected as well.
They are.
Yes,
So
indeed.
it's after 8, y'all. And we had a wonderful conversation. If y'all want to follow JONERICA, she's going to give you her handles. She's going to talk and delve more into these type of topics in the near future. And can you give us your Facebook and Instagram pages?
Just being JONERICA. I think I could change.
Just being JONERICA.
I think I could add it actually at the bottom. So I'll just type it in. But it's just being JONERICA. And I'm not technically talking about divorce and stuff like that, but more of motherhood and how to navigate life as a mom, as a single mom, as a divorced mom, as a a woman in general, especially as a woman that's trying to be transparent and live life without caring for judgment, because people don't judge you either way.
Yes,
Okay.
indeed. We thank you for those nuggets, Miss JONERICA. So once again, y'all, we thank y'all for tuning in. We love y'all. And till next week, peace.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
See you later.